about everything Cerberus has done for you.
Yeah, I don't really give a shit. I'm pretty sure this would just start indoctrinating the people who work here.
We've got 10 minutes before the reactor overloads and blows this whole station apart.
You've got millions of ships near here that you can check out. Oh, really? Come on. This is so stupid. Okay. Tedious. No, Tali, don't jump in front of me. Now, wait till you lift up. Thanks for the half a second. Reaper, human, larva. Stop being so twitchy.
Successful shot.
Okay, can you stop being annoying and stay still for like 5 seconds?
Reinforcing shields.
Waiting on you.
Combat drone ready.
Under fire.
Come on. Humans don't have 3 eyes, by the way. This boss is just stupid. First of all, this Reaper thing is so freaking stupid. Like, I've never seen a worse last boss to a game ever. Like, this officially makes the game into, like, cornball territory. Could you show your thing for a little bit? Thank you.
Reinforcing shields.
Are you done? Are you gonna actually put your weak point out so I can shoot at it? Or are you just gonna sit?
Kinetic barrier systems.
Ultra fire! Weapons ready.
Okay, Harbinger. Or Harbinger, you need to fuck off. I don't really need you here while this is happening.
We are your genetic destiny.
Target processed.
Okay, are you done?
Overclocking kinetic barrier systems.
What is this? Could you show your thing? Waiting on you. I really hate bosses that make you wait. Like, it's really, really obnoxious. I'll take that. Yeah, go away. I don't know why they keep sending collector drones right in front of it. Any day now. I'm probably gonna lose because that Reaper human larva. Thank you. I'm not quite as worried about Legion. He's a model. He doesn't really die because his memories go back to the network. So he wouldn't really die. That's kind of silly.
I'm here, Joker. Did the ground team make it?
All survivors on board. We're just waiting for you.
Human, you've changed nothing. Your species has the attention of those infinitely or greater. That which you know as Reapers are your salvation from destruction.
So we don't actually fight Harbinger. Instead, we fight a giant retarded Terminator. Stupid. Why aren't you flying the ship, Joker? Yeah, you might want to fly us out of here. Oh, they're gonna do the Halo jump thing? Yeah, you gotta try.
Hold on.
You have failed. We'll find another way. Releasing control.
love how we can do that, but apparently we can only do that during the mass relay or whenever it's convenient for the like story for us to be like and just disappear, even though we don't really technically have warp engines.
Shepard, you're making a habit of costing me more than time and money.
Too many lives were lost at that base. I'm not sorry it's gone.
The first of many lives. The technology from that base could have secured human dominance in the galaxy against the Reapers and beyond.
Human dominance? Or just Cerberus?
Strength for Cerberus is strength for every human. Cerberus is humanity. I should have known you'd choke on the hard decisions. Too idealistic from the start.
I'm not looking for your approval. Harbinger is coming, and he won't be alone. Humanity needs a leader who's looking out for them. From now on, I'm doing things my way, whether you agree or not.
Don't turn your back on me, Shepard. I made you. I brought you back from the dead.
Joker, lose this channel.
I assume the Elusive Man was probably the Shadow Broker. Probably should have picked it to be Jack and Miranda. I mean, Jack's crazy, but she's like a super weapon. Okay, how could the Reapers get through? We already prevented them from coming through the Citadel. They need to reprogram something, and we blocked them out of access by using the technology from the Protheans. That doesn't make any sense. And like, I hate when they do like we didn't finish all of the ending. Like, we have a bigger story, but we wanted to have more money to make a second story to finish out the story we should have finished in this one. But to make the story stretch out, we're going to end it with something where it's like, oh, but there's still so much more. Like, this one, at least, it was good the way they said that someone else got indoctrinated. But, I mean, granted, it's the way they went about it at the end was just the dumbest thing I've ever seen. But, yeah, other than that, I mean, the story's, like, it was more fun to do side quests. They're really, like, if you look at it in terms of, like, the main story, like, just the central story to the game, there's, what, 6 missions? Yeah, about 6 missions. Because it's, like, the 2 colonies, the opening mission, well, the opening mission, the 2 colonies, then going to the one ship that's a trap, then going to get the Reaper IFF. Oh, and I think they had one more other planet, so it's plus this one, the suicide mission, is 7. 7 missions for your main chapter that aren't really that big. Like, the missions in the first one were much larger. So, 7. 7 missions. That means that there were like almost 3 times as many anomalies as there were like main story. That's really like a backwards way to go about it. Like they didn't even bring anything in. They just said, these are the collectors, they're coming after you, defend yourself. They're kidnapping human colonies. Like, first off, what makes no sense in that is, why would they build a Reaper that looks like people? And if the collectors are the Protheans, then how come in the image, in the dream that you see, like with the Protheans, and when you see that disc again, the Protheans look completely different from the collectors, and then they add in that one extra scene that makes them look like collectors, even though they show the 2 of them like holding each other, and they look more like the freaking Batarians than anything else. I don't understand why they suddenly just like changed it out. Like, I don't know, it looks like they did a crappy afterthought. Like, they could have like put it together so it worked, but it just didn't really. Yeah, I knew Martin Sheen. Carrie-Anne Moss is Arya T'Loak. But anyway, it really felt like they didn't really try. They're like, well, let's do a lot of character missions and building like story of the world that they're in, but we don't really have like a plot, so we'll just make up this little one. And like, I'm sorry, but him like falling through an atmosphere, he'd be freaking powered. Like, there's no way, no matter how good your suit or your armor is or whatever, if you fall from space between the speed and all the other things, you are dead. You are dead as dreams. Like, there will be nothing left of you, and that's it. You will be dust. There's no way to resurrect dust. And second off, if you did get resurrected, even if it was from your body, once your brain is destroyed, if they reconstruct your brain, they would have to know exactly what your brain looked like. And even so, one little tiny change, I mean, essentially, if you die, if your brain dies, you may not come back the same person. Like, your consciousness, your awareness, and who you are now, even though you are you and you react like you, but the awareness and sentiment of you no longer exists. In theory. They haven't proven it, but especially in a case like that, there'd be no way you could... Again, you'd have to train someone to be like someone, but at the same point, you could pick anyone and do that. I mean, really, it's just using the name. I mean, it's kind of silly. So, it uses the Unreal Engine. That probably explains why it looks like 1,000 times better. Other than that, like, the videos and stuff like that in between were really kind of choppy. Like, characters like Jack are interesting, but they're most often too archetypal. Like, I did like the Justicar, that was cool. I liked Thane, I liked Legion. I didn't like the Krogan as much, he wasn't quite as interesting. Yeah. So, I don't know. I just think it was less well thought out than the first one. I don't know. And, like, buying weapons only, and you can't sell anything, like you only earn credits for missions, but you earn like a pittance of credits, compared to like every time you shot someone you could go over and loot their body for stuff practically in the first one, so you'd be getting credits left and right, and you'd be hacking terminals and selling weapons. And I mean, honestly, like, where is that in this game? They just like threw it out the window to make it look a little better, but looking a little better and making the combat a little better doesn't really make it okay to just get rid, like, scrap all of the things from the first one, like all the inventory. Like, yeah, it was a little annoying in the first one, but still, like, to scrap it is kind of ridiculous. But I'm going to end this episode. I'm going to finish my whole Mass Effect spiel in another video, so if you're still interested in hearing everything I have to say about Mass Effect compared to Mass Effect 2, you can feel free to watch. But that's all for this episode, and that's all for Mass Effect, at least until Mass Effect 3 comes out. See you later.